What is happening, my people? This is Tim Dodd with the Tim Dodd Show, and today I'm going to show you exactly what to do if you're on a sales call and you get to the close and the person says, I need to think about it. Your competitors are cheaper. I need to run this by my wife, my CFO, my partner. Timing's bad. Summer's here. Kids are in school. Holiday season's here. Whatever those objections are, I'm going to show you first how to ask the right questions in the call so that you can near eliminate objections. And then on the other side, I'm going to show you how to handle the specific objections around time, money, and all that if you do still get those objections. But stay till the very end because I'm going to give you 2 of my bonus closes that I personally use to bring in a massive amount of deals, as well as everyone I've ever trained on these 2 bonus closes is using them and closing more deals. These closes will work for every single objection, so make sure to stay till the end. But before we jump in, make sure to subscribe because for every time I drop a new video, I'm going to give the PIMA 5x5 Sales Mastery course to one of the first 5 subscribers that comments, and I do not want you to miss out. I want you to be the first one to comment, so make sure to subscribe right now. If you don't already know, my name is Tim Dodd and I run PIMA. PIMA is a client acquisition company. We help anywhere from new sales reps and small entrepreneurs that are in our community learning how to sell, all the way up to clients doing over $1 million a day. That's right, over $300 million a year with 300 sales reps and everything in between. Why do I say that? Well, it's not to brag, but it's to say that this will work whether you're selling small products, big products, you're a small company, you're a big company, you're a medium company. These psychological principles are going to work across the board. They're going to work for you. They're going to help you get to that next level. Okay, so there's really 5 types of objections you're going to run into. Now, I know that there's thousands of objections and thousands of different ways to handle those objections, but I'm going to really simplify this for you into 5 different categories. Number 1, you're going to have time. Timing isn't good. Follow up with me in a month. Hey, school's in, school's out. Summer's here, summer's gone. The holiday seasons, there's always some kind of time thing right there. That's 1. Number 2 is going to be money. Hey, that's too much money, or it's not in the budget, or your competitors are cheaper. Money, right? The other one is going to be just a stall. Like they want to put off the decision. You know, I've got to run this by spouse, my dog, my cat, my CFO. There could be just any types of stalls where they're just not wanting to make the decision. They're wanting to put that decision off. And then you have the product. Maybe they are not sold on your product or your solution. And so that could be an objection, as well as ultimately what you want to look for is the real objection. Category number 5 is the real objection. You see, the objection that they're giving you is oftentimes, I would say 99.99999% of the times, not the real objection that's in their head. You see, the real objection they are not saying to you, and the real objection they might not even know what it is. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been talk to a salesperson and they say, hey, you want to go? And go, oh, I just need time to think about it. I want to run it by my wife. You weren't going to run it by your wife. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. But the reality is you have to get to the real objection if you're going to handle that. And I do have a full training on YouTube on how to get to the real objection. It's a very, very, very powerful process. But let's just say you have the real objection and you want to know how to handle these. Let's jump in. All right, number 1 objection, time. This can be, hey, timing's not good. It's the holiday seasons. Follow up with me in a week. Hey, give me a little bit of time to think about it. Any kind of time category. So the way that you pre-handle this objection, so before the close, is that you're going to ask the question, why now? Why do you want this now? Why do you want this product now?
Oh, Tim, well, you know, I don't know if I want it now. I'm just window shopping.
Okay, why are you window shopping right now?
Oh, I'm just kind of interested, looking around.
Okay, why are you interested right now though? Why are you not waiting for a month to do this or 2 months? We want to do the why. We want to dig deep. So why now is the question we want to ask. And then we want to dig deep to get truly to the point, why now? And then we can say, how long have you been trying to solve this problem? And if we understand how long they've been trying to solve this problem, why they're looking to talk to us now, we now have an understanding and a way to present our offer to them that is in alignment with their time frame as well. And we can create urgency around why they need to move right now. Now, let's say we're actually in the call, we've presented it right, we've asked the right questions, we said the why now, we presented it perfectly, we closed, and they said,
you know, Tim, I just still need some time to think about it. We're really not moving on something like this until till next quarter or whatever that would be.
Let's go ahead and give you a close on that. All right, so let's say you've asked about the timing, why now, why is now important, you've presented the product, and they still say, I need to think about it. What do you say? Here you go. Very, very easy. Perfect. You need a few days or a few weeks to think about it? Oh, a few days would be fine. Okay, great. Well, whether you take a few days or a few months or a few years, really there's going to be three kind of questions that you have to really answer for yourself to decide if this is a fit for you. Do you mind if I share what those are? They're going to say, yeah, go ahead, please. Number one, is this something you could come up with the money for? Is this within the budget? And they're going to say yes or no. If they say yes, this is something we can come up with the money for, the money's fine. Then you can move to the next thing. If they say no, this is really tight. Now we know we have a money objection, the real objection, something we have to work on and solve that money problem for them, whether it's helping them get a loan or helping them with their own money mindset. All right, so now we've said number one, so you got the money for this, great. Number two, do you feel like getting these sales appointments, getting them warmed up and having us help your sales team close them would help you guys grow? Yeah, I really think it would, Tim. I really think it would. Awesome. And number three is kind of the most important part here is, am I the kind of guy that you want in your quarter, rooting for you, fighting for you, and helping you grow your business? Yeah, Tim, I really do. Great, man. So, we can come up with the money for this. This can help you grow, and you want me on your side and my team on your side fighting for your success. Let's get this going, man. You've been thinking about this for the last 6 months. You've tried a couple companies that didn't work, and you've been really fighting to grow your business. You deserve this. Let's take this thing to the next level. Sound good? Boom. I'm going to close it like that. You have to make the close all about them. Don't ever make it about, hey, what's it going to take to close the deal? Make it all about them, man. Like, you don't want to delay their results. You don't want them to hold off in getting results. You want them to get results as quickly as possible. And that's why we're closing them. We're helping them move through that because we know we can help them. All right, so now you've had time. Let's go ahead and jump into money. The whole money objections thing. Oh, that price is too much. Oh, that's really expensive. Oh, your competitors charge less. What do we do with this part? So what you really want to do when there's money objections before the close is you actually want to pre-handle these. And the way that you're going to do that is you're actually going to say your price before you present your product. I know a lot of people, they think, well, I don't want to scare them away with price. You do. You actually want to have the price out in front, because guess what? The whole time you're pitching them, oh, well, we're going to do this for you, and we're going to do that for you, and we're going to do that for you. If you haven't said the price, what do you think they are thinking about the whole time? What's the price? What's the price? And if they're so fixated on, geez, I wonder what the price is, do you think they're even listening to your presentation? I know I'm not. If somebody's pitching me, and I don't know the price, I'm like, dude, what's the price? Just tell me the price, right? So we actually want to we want to tell them the price, and usually what I'll do is I'll either have a specific price in mind, or if I'm not sure on the price, I'll do a price range where I go high first and then low second. I'll say, hey, listen, Mr. Buyer, we have clients, that are looking for thousands of meetings a month that are spending, $100,000 a month with us. And then we have clients, spending $10,000, $20,000 a month with us. There's quite a bit of range there depending on your growth goals. So I'm pre-framing the price. I usually will do a high low if I'm not sure the exact price. And then here's the question that you want to ask now that you've presented your price is you want to say, Mr. Buyer, how would your company justify an investment like this? And they're going to be all over the place. Some are going to go, well, as long as we get a good ROI, it's going to be very calm, cool, collected. Some are going to go, wow, that's a lot of money. Or it's going to be all over the place. But we're able to have this conversation now before, so we can justify their decision-making process. Another thing we can do is say, Mr. Customer, when was the last time your company made an investment this size? Or we could even say, hey, Mr. Customer, when the last time you made a decision that was this size, who all was involved in the decision-making process? You see what we just did there? Before we even presented the product, we just figured out who was involved in this decision-making process for prices like this. We're now seeing how much, when they're spending this much money, what they're looking to get back and how they can justify this. Okay, so what do you do when, you've gotten the budget, pre-presentation, pre-close, you've got everything lined up, you do the presentation perfect, it makes sense, and the person just still says,
the price is too high. Oh, we can't afford that. It's not in the budget.
What am I going to say to that? Well, number one, I'm going to go in, I'm going to address that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a contrast. They're thinking about how much it's going to cost them, but I'm wanting them to think how much it's going to cost them not to do it. So there's a cost to do it, let's just say $60,000, and there's a cost not to do it, which might be $600,000. So let me explain how I would do this for our agency, just like a marketing agency or something like that. Okay, no, so here we go. It's like, yeah, no, totally, I definitely get it. It's a big investment. But you did mention to me that you were looking to get 10 new customers every month, kind of for the next 6 months, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's about 60 customers, right? Yeah. And you charge $10,000 a month. That's correct. Okay, so that's $600,000 in new business we can bring you in over the next 6 months. And the investment on this is $600,000. So let's just say we only get half the results. Only half the results would be $300,000, and we're charging $60,000. So let me ask you, what is more expensive, Mr. Customer? Losing out on $300,000 to $600,000 in new business that we're gonna be able to bring you, or the $60,000 you would have to invest to get that business, right? And so at that point, the math is either gonna make sense and we can bring them in for the close, or they're gonna say something around like they actually don't believe that the product is gonna work for them. Like they're not convinced that what you're offering them is actually going to work. And so that's where we move into the fourth category, which is the product. The product is not right. So what do I mean by product? It could be your specific product. Like let's just say, you're offering AdWords. Maybe they tried AdWords before and they're convinced it doesn't work, or Facebook ads and they're convinced it doesn't work. Whatever your service is, they've tried a coach before, they've tried IT service, they've tried whatever your service offer is. Guys, it's all the same freaking psychology, so please don't get caught up in the industry examples I'm giving. Your product is not the right product in their mind. So what we want to do before we present our product is we want to ask the right types of questions. And so there's two types of ways we have to understand this. Either our product overall is not something that they would be interested in, or the specific product within what we do that we're offering them is not the right fit. So, I might offer them a $15,000 package to book up their sales team, and they're going, oh man, I need like $100,000 in appointments. So if I offered them a $15,000, they might go, I don't think it's fit because I under offered it to them. Again, on the other side, if I offered them a $100,000 service and they were really looking for a $15,000 or $20,000 a month service, now they're gonna be, that product is off. It's disconnected. Another thing can be it's just my company, what my company offers, they're convinced is not the right product for them. But if I know it's the right product for them, and I know what I know, and I know that it's gonna help them grow, then I need to do a better job at showing them, painting the picture in their mind of how the product is the right fit. So how do I do that before the close? And then what do I do if they are still not convinced after the close? Here's what we do. Before the close, we're gonna ask them questions like, what have you tried? What other services have you tried? Have you tried this before? Okay, how is your experience with that? What are you doing right now that's working? What are your competitors doing that you wanted to try? We want to get a whole landscape of what they're thinking about trying, what they've tried, different ideas like this, so that we're not just throwing our product at them cold. We want to understand what they've tried, what they haven't tried, what they've been excited about, what they've been disappointed with, all these things, so that we can position our product in the presentation to be a perfect fit to their needs, the aspirin to their headache. You understand? So now that we have that, we have the perfect, we've got their timing, we've got their pricing, we've got the perfect product, and we pitch them, and they still go, I don't think it's a fit. I'm not really interested. What do we do then? This one's very, very simple, guys. We go, perfect. I get that. And if I were to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you think this would help you? 1 being that there's absolutely no way this will ever help you ever in your life, and 10 being that this is the perfect fit, man. Let's start this today. In fact, let's do 3-4 times the amount of volume that you're talking about on this call. Where would you fit, Mr. Buyer? And Mr. Buyer, if he says 7 or higher, we know we are going to be very, very close to the close very soon. If he says 6 or lower, that means we need to work on our sales pitch a little bit, but we can still save this deal. Okay, so now that he gives us a number, great. Whether it's 5, whether it's 6, 7, it's 4. Whatever that number is, say this with me. 4. I love that. How did you know 4 was my favorite number? 4 is my favorite number, Mr. Buyer. Like, you literally read my mind. It's literally my favorite number. I'm so glad you picked 4. What would it take to make this a 10 for you? So whatever number they pick, 7, dude, 7 is literally my favorite number. It's my lucky number. Check it out. I have it on my phone at all times, man. Number 7, I love that, man. Okay, so what's it gonna take to make that a 10 for you, Mr. Buyer? Now, what is gonna happen during this time is they're gonna tell you the deficiency in your product so that now you can handle that product objection to make the deal go through. All right, so the bonus closes. Are you ready for these ones? So what do, man? You've gone through the time, the product, the pricing, everything's lined up, and they're just still not moving forward. They're still saying,
I need to think about it. Timing's off. You know, Christmas is around the corner.
Whatever those objections are, they're still coming, and you've tried everything. Well, hold on, my friends. I'm about to drop some bombs in you. These closes are very, very strong, and I've used these personally to close a lot of deals. I've trained people with these one-on-one, and then literally the first call I would see them go on using this close, they would close a deal. So these two are golden. So make sure to pay attention and stay to the end. Take some notes. Number 1, what are you afraid of close? And it is exactly what you think would say. Say, you know, Mr. Buyer, you know, I know that this is the right product for you. I've seen the results that it gets for our clients, and I know this is gonna get you what you're looking for. But I can tell, you know, like, obviously you're still hesitant on this. Like, let me ask you a question. What is the thing that you're afraid of? What's that one thing or two things, or what's happening that you think if you tried this would go bad or go wrong? Now, what's happening here in their minds, I'm pausing for a second out of role play to tell you what's happening in your prospect's mind is there's two worlds happening. There's like the great world, everything is going so good, and like, man, I've got a 6-pack abs and the world is perfect and beautiful and everybody likes me and it's friendly. And then they've got like that scary negative potential that can happen. These are two worlds always playing in people's heads of potential outcomes, and that's like, I'm gonna do it and it's not gonna work, and I'm gonna lose all my money, and then I'm gonna get depressed, and then I'm gonna start drinking too much beer, and I'm gonna get a big beer belly, and like all this negative, like oh shit, and then my wife's gonna be mad that I spent money on something that I shouldn't spend money on. My business partner or my clients are gonna think that I'm an idiot, or my customers or my employees are gonna be like, damn it, you messed up again. Whatever. There's like these big fears happening in people's heads, and those fears are what are holding them back. So what this close does is it pulls that fear out, it puts it on the table, and it lets us have a discussion about that, and it lets us move forward. We make that ugly gray potential world disappear. So let me start it from the top again. Here's how we do it. So with this close, we're just gonna say, you know, hey, I know this product will work for you. I know it's gonna get you across the finish line. I know it's gonna get you what you want. But there's obviously some kind of hesitancy. There's got to be something you're afraid of. Like, you're afraid that it's going to go wrong. You know, well, let me ask you just real quick. What do you think is the worst that's going to happen if we were to get this signed up today? You're going to say, oh, well, you know, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But what we want to do is we want them to tell us the real thing. I mean, you're asking, it's probably going to be, you know, if I spent $60,000, or if I spent $200,000 over the next 6 months, and we don't get the return, I mean, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Okay, awesome. So you're afraid that you're gonna spend this $200,000 with Pima, and then we're gonna take that money and we're gonna go to South Beach, because we live here in Miami, and we're gonna party and we're gonna blow it at you know, clubs and bottle service and all that. And then you're not gonna get results. I know that's a little extreme, but you're worried that you're gonna drop that money and you're not gonna get anything back. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, no, it's fair enough, man. So you're worried that we're going to take your money, we're not going to do the work, or we're not going to be able to do the work, and you're not going to get the results that you're expecting, right? Yeah. Okay, but on the other side, let's say I'm actually right. Let's say we even only get you half of the results that we're talking about today. This could be a really big game changer for your business. Now, I know you've been talking and looking at a solution like this for the next 6 months, but the reality is, you found it right here. And so instead of putting this off, hoping that some kind of magical, better circumstance comes along for us, let's get this started right now so you can have the Pima team on your side, rooting for you, fighting for you, and taking your business to the next level. You shut up and you just let them talk. I've closed a lot of deals on that one. Please, 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 please use this one. It'll work for any type of objection. Now, I do have one more bonus close for you. I know you're gonna be really excited about this one, so let me jump in. Bonus close number 2, I don't wanna see it happen to you close. So what we do here is we position ourselves as the experts who have seen this situation hundreds of times, which most of us have. I know I've seen it thousands of times. And we've seen a pattern that they're in, that it's like this fork in the road where if they don't decide to do this today, they're gonna go down this negative pattern that we've seen. And if they do decide to go do this today, we always see it work out for good. So let's do this one. But Mr. Buyer, you were saying before that you were a little bit, the one thing that was kind of holding your growth back in your company was not getting the leads, and then your sales team kind of having troubles closing the deals that they are bringing in, right? The leads that are coming in, right? Yeah. Oh, no, I totally get it, man. I totally get it. So, what happens 6 months from now, 12 months from now, if we don't fix that lead flow and the lead closing solution? And there's going to be 2 answers. Sometimes they're going to say like, oh, no, we'll fix it. Trust me, we're on track to fix it. We will fix it. And sometimes they'll say, oh, well, shit, man, we're going to be screwed. Either way, it's not what they say that you're looking for. It's them thinking about that. We are eliciting a real pain and stress, and the fastest way to make a deal is to have a present pain that you offer a painkiller to. So let's go through this close again, and it looks like this. So hey, you kind of mentioned to me before that you're struggling to get lead flow in, and your sales reps, they're doing okay, but they're not doing great on closing the leads you do have coming in, right? Yeah, say that. Okay. So Mr. Buyer, where are we going to be at in 6 to 12 months if we don't fix this problem? Oh, well, it's not good, but I think we'll fix the problem. I think we'll fix the problem, Tim. No, I get it. Mr. Buyer, and I will be very, very candid with you as I will be when you're my client. And I'm going to be, you might not want to hear what I have to say, but I'm going to say it because I've been in this situation a lot of times before, and I've talked to literally hundreds, if not thousands of marketing companies, coaches, whatever that may be, sitting in the seat that you're sitting in right now where, we'll see, we'll think about it. They wait. I will follow up with them for over a year, and I've never seen somebody that just keeps putting this situation off in a better position in the future. However, on the other side, I have plenty of clients. In fact, you remind me of a client of mine named Rob. He runs an agency with 5 sales reps, and he was in the same position. He was putting it off. He had been kind of struggling to get it working. He had tried doing it on his own. And then I convinced him. I said, look, man, we need to do this right now for you. He said, you know what, let's do it. He took that plunge. Right now, it's 6 months later. He literally has tripled his spend with us after 6 months. He's now has us as the number 1 source to get him new leads. We've doubled his sales team's conversions. His life, his company, everything has literally changed from making this decision. And I don't want to see you go down that path that I've seen hundreds of other businesses go down, where they keep putting this off and waiting for better circumstances. So really, you have 2 options right now, Mr. Buyer. One, you can keep putting it off, waiting for hoping that it's going to fix itself, or you can get the Pima team here on your side, rooting for you, fighting for you. And you know what, Mr. Buyer, you deserve this, man. You've been fighting so hard for this. So let's not put this off. Why don't you get the Pima team on your side, getting you the leads and helping your sales team close those deals. And that's it. That's bonus close number 2. Both of the bonus closes have worked incredibly well to bring in a lot of business. All right, my friends. So that is how you handle objections, both before the close, so you minimize the objections, and after the close, so that you can actually get them to move across that finish line. If you master these, your bank account will be proof that you have mastered these. If you put these off, your bank account will be proof that you have put off mastering these. So that's it, guys. Coffee is for closers. If you want some more closes, if you want some more techniques, if you want to see how we actually warm leads up before they even book, go down to the description. We have free resources in there for you to skyrocket your income, scale your business, and take everything to the next level. Now, before you jump out, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to comment. Why should you do that? Well, every time I drop a new video on the team, you're going to get a free PIMA 5x5 Sales Mastery course, which is a $2,500 value to one of the first 5 subscribers that comments below. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and check out more videos. See you soon.